Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan.
With his boy, Marcelo, America's #1 hype man, #1 Spurs fan. I'm calling it. You know what? I'm taking the title. America's #1 Spurs fan. Brazil #1 Spurs fan. I'm taking both titles. You know what I mean, David? But yeah,
Why not,
I
lads?
can't
We
wait.
seem to be in a taking mood lately, taking 6 points from our last 2 Premier League games.
Absolutely.
Why not? Why not? But guys, today we're bringing you your preview and everything else you need to know for the London Derby, Tottenham versus Palace, and we have special guest Marcelo today. Marcelo, how are you keeping, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I can't, Listen, Tottenham are doing good. We're in the win streak. We building up a little run as we predicted. David. You could call us the prophet. We're predicting that we could go on a little run, and life has been good. Spurs winning means me happy. So love it.
Look, when Spurs is winning, life is good. Everything is lovely. You love everybody. It's just the way it is. But look, the reason why it's so late today for the UK viewers is because a lot of you were asking where Marcelo is, and I wanted to lay it, and I wanted to deliver. I wanted to bring the main man himself, Marcelo. And look, before we get into it, make sure you hit that like, make sure you smash that subscribe button, and also get your super chats in and let us know your thoughts on tomorrow's game. But look, we'll get straight into it. So, of course, we're at home in our magnificent brand new stadium. Kickoff is at 7:15 p.m. You can watch the game on Sky Sports, or you can watch it on the Matty Hayes Tottenham blog channel at 6 p.m. with your host, Marcelo, and his main sidekick, me, the Irish Hotspur, where we will be hosting the watch-along. So, look, tomorrow's referee is Stuart Atwell. He's had 15 games in charge this season. He's produced 62 yellows, 1 red, with a card average of 4.2 cards.
Wow.
Look, if it's a feisty game tomorrow, that just goes to show that he will be producing cards, Marcelo.
That's a big deal, yeah. Maybe he's a younger ref, so he wants to go out there and prove himself, take control of the game. But listen, who cares about the referee? We should be stomping these guys. We know what Sonaldo does. That's why I showed the shirt of Sonaldo. We know what he does in the stadium against these guys. He absolutely loves having a goal against Palace at home.
I have a good stat for you that you're going to like on that. I have a good stat for you that you're going to like on that.
I know all the Sonaldo stats, so you know what I mean? Like, he loves a goal against Palace. So for me, I got a good feeling, and especially since he's a little bit, but he's been in a little bit of a goal drought, although he has been performing well. I think he's actually been playing really well. I think this game has improved a lot, but he's in a little bit of a goal drought. And Sonny in a goal drought against Palace at home, that's a recipe for disaster for them, bro.
Yeah, honestly, I fully agree with you. But first of all, before I give you the league positions and a few stats, let's welcome a few people to the building. We have Inot Nurse, we have Shamu, we have Celery Agent, we have Mr. Edwardson. We also have Wayne Winter, big up Wayne Winter. We have Mansa. We have, jeez, we've a load here. 1 second, the boys were having a good conversation before we even come on, lad. Fair play to everybody. Who else have we got here?
Yep, keep the conversation going, guys.
Yeah, it's madness. We have Oliver Abbott. Big up Oliver Abbott. Let's see who else we have. We'll just go straight to the bottom. Sorry if I skipped a few. We have Wayne Winter here with a super chat. I will get on to that in a minute. We have Lily White Lane. He wants to know you're watching the UFC, Marcelo.
Yep. After this David stream, me and the boys, we're gonna get a couple of beers and we're gonna watch the UFC fights. So should be a good time.
100%. It's going to be a great fight tonight as well. We also have Tony89, Hall THFC. We have Elliot Walsh. We have Jordan Stevens. Big up Jordan Stevens. We have Sue Smith. Big up Sue Smith. A massive follower of yours, Marcelo. We have Runa LB. We have John Fitzpatrick. We have Connor Cusack. We have Mr. Inspector E. But there you go, lads. But look, we'll get straight to the super chat here. Welcome Big up Tim Man 007. Marcelo, if this guy does a super chat tonight, you know your move. We have Paul Rigby. We have Adam Fox. I absolutely love that. It's brilliant. We have Liam Brebner. Big up, everybody. But look, we'll get straight to the super chat first. As you know, super chats take priority. So he says, evening, David, Marcelo. Big up the boys. Come on, everybody. Do your thing. Smash those like buttons. Cannot wait until tomorrow. Exactly. And look, we're going to get you pumped up to tomorrow. So look, big up Wayne Winton for the super chat, by the way. Like I said, you know, it really does help take this channel to the next level. You know, it helps to take a more professional look. It means I can put more time into more Tottenham content. I have a lot coming on the way, and I have memberships coming out next week for you guys. So make sure you look out for them. But look, Marcelo, we may as well just get straight into the thing. So Tottenham are in 8th. We have played 26 games. We have won 12, lost 6, or drawn 6, lost 8. We are on 42 points. Crystal Palace are in 13th. They played 27 games. They have only won 9, drawn 7, and lost 11. They're on 34 points. Now, Marcelo, we are 5 points off Chelsea in 4th with a game in hand on them. So a win this weekend is crucial.
Absolutely. Look, Palace are going to be tough. You know, let's not joke about it. I think, you know, the Fulham performance, although it was a win. You know, people seem to be forgetting that it's a win. It's three win streak, 3 clean sheets in a row. I got the turtleneck out, so you know I gotta look stylish when I go out. You know what I mean? But look, it's 3 wins in a row. People seem to be forgetting that we beat Fulham at the end of the day. A W is a W, so I'll take it. And but we need to improve against Palace because, in my opinion, Palace are a better team than Fulham. You know, they got some guys that can really hurt us. For example, you know, Zaha is back, and you know, Eze, man. Eze is the one that I fear the most, man. Eze, you know, he's super quick. And one thing that I saw in the defense yesterday, we cannot play Ben Davies. If we play Ben Davies, we're gonna lose. No, I'm serious. Like Ben Davies.
No, it's Mr. Anonymous. Come on, you're giving him too much respect, lad.
Like I know Doherty's been getting a lot of hate, but I can at least see something from Doherty. Like he at least defends, you know. He at least puts a tackle in, you know. He at least tried to get stuck in. Davey just backs up. Have you not noticed that every time they drive down that left hand side, all he does is back up. And when you do that against a guy like Eze, who has that much space, he's gonna absolutely shred Davies. He would absolutely kill Davies. You know, he wouldn't even know where he is. So I think it's important to play Reguilon. I think the fact that we did get 3 points against Fulham is crucial, though, because we did rest a lot of players. People seem to be forgetting we rested our 2 best fullbacks for Palace. You know, we rested. You know, we largely rested Lucas. You know, who I think is going to play number 10. I know that was probably a question that we're going to be asking today. And I think. I think Bale is going to be rotated. I think we also rested Lamela or maybe Bergwijn, you know. So I think we're rotating. I think we rotated the squad pretty well against Fulham, and I think the fact that we did rotate the squad and we did play some French players and still got 3 points, it's massive, man. That's massive, you know. Like people even forgetting that. Like that's massive.
No, it is 100%. And look, I have a lot of talking points lined up throughout this show. But I just want to say, look, John Fitzpatrick, he says Davies is dead now. John, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not having a go. I'm just wondering. I am pretty sure you're the guy that after the Stoke game when he scored and Harry Winks had a good game, you wrote to me saying I had egg on my face and that I should learn not to criticise these players. So I'm pretty sure it was you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it is, why the big U-turn? I love you anyway, though. It's just a bit of banter to start off the screen.
Listen. All it matters is, right? He's seen the light. That's all that matters. He's seen the light. You know, I'll take it. I'll take it wherever they go. You know, if Rain said today, I hate Davies, I never rated him, I'll say, you know what? I'll take it for Rain. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like
look, Mr. Edwardson had to learn his lesson one live stream. So and he apologized. So, you know, look, you know, this is what this is about, Marcelo. We wake people up about, you know, the players that aren't good enough. We wake people up that are Josie out, even though, you know, he hasn't had time to fulfill everything. But look, that's what we do here. But we have a super chat here from Jordan Stevens. He says, "What's up, lads? My confidence is flowing for tomorrow." Jordan, look, what I said to you is, you know, Whether you're a young lad and you're living at home or whether you have a partner, whoever it is, tell them to fire up the barbecue. Why? Because Daddy Dave is coming home with that eagle for everybody tomorrow. We are having an eagle feast. That's what's happening tomorrow. I'm fully confident going in tomorrow. I predict these things. I told you at the start, before the start of the week, before the Burnley game, or even before the Wolfsburg game, I said, it's going to be a joyous period for us Spurs fans. It's coming. Just have belief. And, that's why they call me the prophet. But Jordan, honestly, big up yourself with the super chat. I feel you. The confidence is flowing. And remember, tell him to get the barbecue together because Daddy Dave is coming home. We have John Fitzpatrick. He says, have to say I was willing to give Davies a chance, but he hasn't done anything besides cost us points. Yeah, no, 100%. Look, at least but and like he says, it was him. No, big up. It's only a bit of banter, Johnny boy. And we have Tin Man 007, Marcelo. You know what this means.
I
hope you love that. I hope you love that. Every time, Tin Man, every time. I'm worried Dyer will play tomorrow as Toby has already played the last 2 games. Also, please know Davies' predictions, guys. -2-1. Look, I will. Look, Toby, I do think Toby's going to be rested. I will touch on that a little bit later on in the stream. I do think you are going to see moon boots. Also, Davies, I expect not to see Davies tomorrow. I genuinely expect to see Reguilon. There's nothing coming out or no pictures suggesting that Reguilon has a knock-on injury. He should be fully fit. I just think it was a case of resting him because we need his pace for this game. And prediction, Tin Man, look, we give the predictions at the very end. I don't want to be giving it away just yet. But thank you so much for the super chat, man. And I appreciate Marcelo doing the 007 entrance every time. Absolutely love it. But look, so Marcelo, I'm going to give you a few stats. Stop and feel free to talk about any of them anytime you feel like. So, right, the first stat, Marcelo. Spurs are unbeaten in the last 11 versus Palace in the Premier League. Palace are winless in their last 8 Premier League games away to Spurs. Since Palace returned to the Premier League in 2013, Spurs have kept 11 clean sheets in 15 games versus Palace. Palace are winless in their last 5 London derbies. Hodgson has only won 1 in 18 games versus Tottenham.
Wow.
And Palace have only scored 5 goals in their last 7 away games. So look, judging by even that last one, they don't do too well on the road.
No.
I'm actually nicknaming Palace the Premier League's retirement home because it is the oldest squad in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But look, judging by that, are they going to cause a goal threat? They don't do too well on the road. They just don't. But Wilfried Zaha, the top scorer with 9 goals, he is back tomorrow. Back too soon? I think so. I'll be right before, but you never know. But Marcelo, everything there is indicating a Tottenham win tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I'm super confident, and I know people are gonna say Dr. Tottenham, but look, come on, man, come on, guys. We gotta change the mentality. We gotta be confident. If you're not confident that we can be, Palace, you might as well just throw in the towel now. You know what I mean? Just throw in the scarf, throw in the towel. Season's over. It is what it is. No, 100% confident that we're gonna be Palace. I think Zaha was rushed. I think you're right. I think that's a big deal. The only thing that does concern me is the Toby situation, because although I think, Sanchez has been getting a lot of praise and a lot of this and he's transformed. Look, can't fool me, man. I got eyes, you know what I mean? I can spot a defender. And for me, I see the same thing going on with Sanchez that is going on with Dyer, where Dyer, lack of ability is being covered up by Toby. It's not a coincidence that as soon as you put Sanchez next to anybody else, he looks like, a championship level defender. It's just not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that all of the most of these defenders only play well when it's next to Toby. It's because Toby's got, real ability. It's just unfortunate that he's, older now and, he's not the same guy as he used to be and he can't play consistent run of games. But, it's just unfortunate and he's going to be a big miss. I think that's going to be a big miss. And as I was telling you, I think Toby with that double pivot between Toby Regulon with that double pivot between Endon Baller and El
Yeah,
General Hoiberg has been so crucial to us keeping possession and getting the balls to the forwards. Because that was the
yeah,
issue, man. You know, like I
yeah,
kept saying, you know, like people kept saying, "Oh, Son is having a bad game, Kane is having a bad game." I'm like, no, 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 they're not having bad games. Just saying, we're not giving them the ball. You know what I mean? They can't do
yeah.
anything if they don't have the ball. So
But it's impossible when you don't have the fullbacks to get be composed or the centre backs to give them the ball as well.
exactly, and
Yeah,
Toby's composure and Regulon's, dribbling and ability to, get the ball up the field. We're gonna miss Toby, man, because
yeah,
Regulon is not gonna be enough. Because if I'm Palace, what I'm doing is I'm pressuring Regulon and I'm getting the ball, get him to send the ball to Dyer and Sanchez or whoever plays,
yeah.
because that's gonna be a big miss. But yeah, read the super chat.
Yeah, we have a super chat here from JS. He says, we're getting an L if Davies, Dyer, and Winks are picked. Big up, gents. Yeah. Sorry, I read it wrong. If Mr. Anonymous Moon Boots and Mr. Passion is picked. Sorry. My bad, JS. Big up, gents. Yeah, no, look, I fully agree with you. It's the reason why you've seen some of the results of past is because these players have played. So it's very hard to disagree with you.
Yeah.
It really is. Even the other night, the big drop off from the Burnley game, although there's a number of factors, it's because some of these players were playing. So,
Yeah.
I fully agree with you. Just a couple of a bit of a player watch in terms of stats, Marcelo. So, Son has directly been involved
Yep.
in 6 goals in 7 starts versus Crystal Palace. Kane has scored more goals on a Sunday than every player in the Premier League this season, which he scored 12 in 16 games on a Sunday. And Kane has scored 5 goals in 13 games versus Palace, but all of them have been at Selhurst Park. Now, so it just goes to show how crucial Son and Kane are tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I
Absolutely.
actually have one more stat as well for you. This is impressive now, Marcelo. This one is definitely worthy of a super chat. So, out of our 42 league goals this season, only 9 of them has been where you've had no Kane or Son involvement.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah. Look, listen. When it's not a coincidence when Son and Kane, go. We just look so weak because we're toothless when they go.
Yeah,
They're so crucial. But you know, I don't. To be honest, I don't even want to talk about that. They're healthy. What I mean, that's great. I think Jose. I think something that's been underrated is I think Jose's done a very good job in keeping Kane healthy. Son
yes,
never really had any muscle problems, but Kane, as we know, he's had a lot of muscle problems, and usually, before this even, it's right around wintertime, he's usually out for the rest of the season.
yeah,
like
yeah.
like I think Jose has done an incredible job and keeping Kane, healthy, keeping him you know fit, which is something Pochettino did not do. I think Pochettino sometimes over relied on Kane a lot and got him hurt. And I think Jose doesn't get enough credit for that. But um, I think obviously they're always going to be the two main factors. Son and Kane, they can beat a team on their own any day,
Yeah,
any given day they can beat any team. Just the two of them. But obviously, I think we also have some other key players. I think Lucas as a number 10. I think he's looked
yeah,
very good in that position. I think I honestly, I hear Delhi this, Delhi that, but I think he's been better than Delhi at the number 10 role.
yeah,
I really think he
yeah.
has. I think he's really excelled. I think he's been very good. And I would like to
I
see him.
actually think, look, a lot of the Delhi players has come off the back of him being out for so long. He's had a lot of personal issues.
Yeah,
He turned them
true.
around. Apparently, he's done his missus. She was bad for him as well. And, you're seeing new Delhi. So I think the fact that Delhi's come in and hit the ground running like he has done, I think that's where a lot of hype is coming from.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at it in the football context, I agree with you. Lucas offers a lot more in the number 10 right now.
Yeah, I agree. And he's rested, so he's going to bring a lot of pace and intensity, which is something we will need, especially to break down Palace because you know how Hodgson likes to set up his team. But it's not the offense; it's the defense because I know we're not going to play Toby. I rather
Yeah,
save Toby for Dynamo. We need to save him for Dynamo and Arsenal. Those are two very big games, and unfortunately, we got guys like Dyer who feels like their performances are good enough. When it's just they're just 25 years old, and they still don't know how to pass the ball correctly. So it's just
that's good enough
unfortunate.
nowadays, though, Marcelo. I was actually saying the other day that in life anymore, there's no and it brings me back to a comment you made on the Tottenham story as well. But before I get into it, I'll just take Wayne Winter's super chat. Sorry, because it has been here. But I get into it, Marcelo. You're going to enjoy this. So if Davies plays with Dyer, the result, unfortunately, would be inevitable. 100% agree with you. Like I said, when these guys have played, the results have been bad. It's just been the way it is. But Wayne Winter, I fully agree with you. Thanks very much for the super chat, man. You're really helping the channel. Anyone else out there that, if you have a couple of euro on the account and you want to help out, get in your super chat or super sticker. We have Kev Williams here, evening, Dave Marcelo. How you doing, lads? Big up, Kev. True ambassador, Harris Army. But look, I'll get into what I was saying, and then I'll take Spandan Samaran super chat there. So Marcelo, it comes to this point where, there's no winners and losers in life anymore. There's no such thing as so the desire to be a winner is what makes you want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunately over the last couple of years, there's been no such thing as winners and losers. It's all participation medals. And it's like what you said on your Spurs story, which I had a right little giggle at, to be honest with you, when I watched it the second time, lad. Was, oh, here you are, buddy, a little slap on the back and, a little rub on the head. Oh, man, I was just, it's so true, there's none of this, it's not good enough anymore. It's unlucky, buddy, next time, And unfortunately, it's filtered throughout the Tottenham squad. It's filtered throughout the Tottenham squad. And this is what you're seeing, gone are the days where we have born winners, natural winners. You know what I mean? Hate losing. Some of our players like Dyer, we're on the back of a bad losing streak, and he comes out and says, "Well, I don't understand it. I'm a bit confused. I'm happy."
Yeah, no, he enjoys it. He looks he looks at when you lose a header to Cavallero, he looks at Cavallero's 5'7". He says, "No, perfectly fine here. Nothing wrong with that." Well, he's 5 foot, 6'5". Looking at Cavallero, he's like, "Nope, no, good defending there. Just ball watching. Yeah, that's good enough for me."
Yeah,
that's the mentality.
Look, it's just an average day. It's just an average day at the office. I'm surprised he hasn't turned around to Ben Davies and be like, "Ben, are we not training? Is this a match?" I'm shocked. You know what I mean? I really am. But look, we've a couple of super chats to get through, and we'll do some team news. Go on.
You know what Dyer's like? He's like that. So when I was doing internship, there was this guy, Half Day Hal, we used to call him, because every time he used to come to work, and he would just leave halfway through the day, and everybody would just be like, "All right, halfway Hal, have a good day, man." And we just call him Half Day Hal. You just show up, work half the day, and then just leave, not give a fuck. That's Dyer, bro.
Yeah, that is Dyer. Concrete boots, moon boots, whatever you want to call them, halfway Hal. You know what I mean? Dizzy, whatever you want, like Dizzy Dyer. You know what I mean? There's loads of things we can call him. But look, we'll take Spandan Samaran's super chat here. He says, "You say Josie doesn't get credit. What credit does he get?"
He gets nothing.
You say Josie doesn't get credit. What credit does he get? Yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't get credit though.
No,
you know what I mean?
He doesn't.
Marcelo, go and take that one.
Listen. I'd rather just leave that for another chat, another day. About I think we have something lined up about the addressing the Jose haters. So I'm gonna leave it for there.
We may as well tell them what we have planned. So look, it's basically we're going to compile a list of everything that's Jose problems. I'll give you a little insight. For instance, it's Jose's problem that luck is on our side and we bet Fulham the other night. That's Jose's fault. Just things like that. That's Jose's fault. And we will be doing a show on it and putting it out there, seeing what you guys think. Big up Paul Markey with the £5. I think he might have forgot to put in the comment, but Paul, if you want to put your comment in the chat I'll get up your comment. But big up Paul Markey. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hans Van Dan, Samaran, you're all legends. You have Mr. Stevens, Wayne Winter, everybody there at the Super Chats. Thank you so much. But Marcelo, look, we'll get into it with some team news. But look, guys, the chat is absolutely flying. So if you want your comment guaranteed to be read out, make sure you do get a Super Chat in because they take priority. But like I said, I will try and get back through to everybody's comments. But we've a lot to get through today because I have a big show planned. So look, the team news, Marcelo, is Aurier is expected to be back. The reason why he didn't play Fulham, he wasn't actually rested or rotated. He just wasn't comfortable. He was still feeling his muscle injury a little, but he is expected to be fine for Palace. Big plus at right back.
Yeah, big plus. Doherty. My issue with Doherty is that he's just average. Like with Ben Davies. Yeah. No, well, I was going to say with Ben Davies, he's just shit. I think Ben Davies is just the definition of a shit player. He can't, defend. He can't attack. I think Doherty is actually pretty decent at defending, but everything else he's just really bad at. He just doesn't pass the ball correctly. He doesn't move around correctly. His crosses are woeful. You know what I mean? There was one time Bell left him a perfectly still ball, right?
Yeah.
Still ball. And he could have just crossed it. And then he takes the ball and he starts running around with it. I'm like, what are you doing? just cross the fucking ball, You almost want to rip out your hair. And it's just like, holy shit.
I know exactly what moment you're on about as well, by the way.
Yeah, Bale does a little, I think it was like a little back heel. I was watching like this, during work. So I wasn't seeing the game super correctly, but I think it was a little back heel and the ball was like standing still and it was a perfect cross and he takes it and runs with it. I'm like,
I remember exactly. I remember exactly because I was sitting there with Matty on the watch along, right? And Bale done all the hard work, he got himself out of a tight corner. Nice little perfectly weighted pass for Doherty, right?
Exactly.
And all Doherty had to do, now anyone with any sort of footballing IQ and intelligence knows, perfect weight on the pass, whip your foot around that first time, get it in, let the boys attack it, right? Yep. What does Doherty do? No. For some reason, he thought he was prime Cristiano Ronaldo, and he said, do you know what I can do? Well, since Bale can get out of that, I'm going to run back through that and then try and cross it, even though, Dave took my boots off me weeks ago and gave someone that deserves them. It's just...
Oh, man.
And I'm sitting there and I'm just looking at him. And first of all, I'm embarrassed that he's Irish. And second of all, I'm just looking and I'm just like, why? Like, I was nearly in tears, to be honest. I was just, I was nearly brought down in tears. I was just like, why do these players always find a home at Tottenham? Always. 30 years old, you've had one good campaign, come to Tottenham, retire. You know what I mean? And then when you finish that Tottenham, go to the true burial ground in the Premier League, which is Palace. It's ridiculous. I'm fed up of it. Honestly, these average players, man. Like, there's such a big drop-off between first 11 and second 11. It's throwing an under-10 side against an under-21s.
We never get lucky with the Bruno. We never get lucky with the Bruno Fernandes. We never get lucky with the Manes. We never get lucky with the Salahs. We never get lucky with the Robertsons. Nope. We got to get Aurier. We got to get Doherty. We got to get, the Bergwines. Think about this. Bergwijn costs the same amount, I think, as Sadio Mane, if I'm not mistaken. I think they got Sadio Mane for 27 million. Yeah. Around there, around the same amount. That's almost the same amount.
Yeah, it's a killer. I don't know why this happens to us Spurs fans. I really don't. I don't know what any one of us have done in our lives to deserve this as a collective. It's, there's a serious curse on every single one of us because I don't understand why, why couldn't we just leave Ben Davies to Swansea? Why couldn't we just leave him there? Why? Anyway, Paul Markey, the Super Chat, here's the comment he meant to get in. Kane, his last few games has been a yard short for pace and sharpness. He's also been off. Looked tired and needs a rest. No, look, the guy's tired. I agree, he's looked a bit sluggish. But it's Super Sunday.
Yep.
On Super Sunday, the greatest players arrive. In them greatest players is the Korean King and Harry, the King of the Lane, Kane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and they perform on the big days on Sky Sports. The hair is going to be looking fresh,
Yeah.
and they are going to be ready, and they are going to perform.
Can I say something
Would
about
you,
that,
would you
David?
agree?
Can I say
Yes,
something
of course,
about that?
Marcelo.
I think it's ridiculous, our fan base and the way we expect Kane and Son to just show up every game and score every game. You know, I feel like they're almost a victim of their own success because it's like
Yeah,
Kane scored against Burnley. You know, like he's been scoring. Like he went one match without scoring, and everybody's like,
yeah,
"Oh, what the hell is going on? Kane's form has been terrible." He's like, he's only had one match without scoring, and everybody's saying, "Oh, Son, what is he doing? He's not. What is he doing?" I'm like, he's gotten 4 assists in his like last 4 games. You know, like
yeah,
the guy has been contributing to so many goals. He's like he's been looking great, but like everybody just expects them to score two, 1 or 2 goals every match. Always
yeah,
score a screamer. It's like that. Unless you're like prime Messi or Ronaldo. Nobody does that, prime R9. Those are the only type of freaks that does that. And
yeah,
I think it's like, and those guys they only come like once in a lifetime in my opinion. But I
yeah,
guess yes, Kane, you could classify him as, one of those players, one of those
yeah,
lifetime players, but he's still doing it. You know what I mean? He's still scoring goals.
yeah.
He just went one game. He just went one game without scoring a goal, for
No,
pete's sake.
I fully agree with you. Look, it's because, in a way, Kane is a victim of and Son are a victim of their own success because they've
Yeah.
done it so regularly. When they don't do it for one game and, there's no one else to take that burden off them, all of a sudden people start scrutinizing them a hell of a lot more. But what I will say is when they don't score, they tend to either be on the other end of assisting or
Yeah.
or creating that move,
They're
that
always
breakaway that
contributing.
gets the goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're still contributing, which is, all you can ask for. If you're not scoring, contribute. It's all
Yeah.
you can ask for. But I fully agree on that. We have Emily Dunn here with a super chat. She says, get the super chats in, guys, supporting the Harris Army. You guys know what it is. The Harris Army, the hats are on the way as well. The Irish Hotspur hats. And we have another super chat here from Sean Mitchell. We'll get through a few of these super chats and we'll get back to the team news. Sean Mitchell says, big up, guys. Super show again. Love watching you guys. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Prediction is 2-1 win for Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Hashtag the Harris Army. Yeah, big up, Sean. Marcelo, I had him on the other day. He's
Okay.
he wants to come on with you. He's a good guy. So I said I'll make that happen sometime. The three of us do a stream together. We'll have
Absolutely.
good crack. But yeah, no, big up, Sean. Thanks very much for the super chat. I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well. It's like Christmas Eve, and you're going 2-1. I'm going. I have a big one lined up. I'm going big. That's just my
Here.
my gut feeling. And
Yeah,
we
well.
have Kevin Williams. Have I missed one from Will Stewart?
No, he just said what's sup, ladies. The chat.
All right. Big up, Will. Big up, Will. We have Kev Williams. Spurs scouting has to be brought into question. Yeah, 100%. Look, me and Marcelo, we've done many streams on this over the past little while, and I fully agree. It's something. Don't be worried. I haven't took my mind off it. It's something I'll be coming back to heavily in the summer.
To
Heavily.
be fair, Mitchell was a good scout. Like Nkundo, all those other guys were
Yeah, but
not
he couldn't work
guys.
with Pound and
Yeah,
Levy.
yeah. I blame mainly Levy because Mitchell spotted Mane, he spotted Grealish, he spotted all these guys that we
Yeah,
could have gotten for relatively cheap, but Levy was just so tight strained on the budget that he wouldn't
yeah,
crack. So I don't even blame Mitchell for leaving because like if you spot a guy like Sadio Mane for 27 million and you don't go for it, or Jack Grealish for 6 million and you don't go for it, I'm putting my hands up and I'm saying, look, I'm doing my job. That's the best I can do for you. I'm
yeah,
out of here. Like honestly, don't even blame Paul, Mitchell. Like, good for him. I think he's done an excellent job.
yeah.
The other fraud, I refuse to even, say his name. The bald fraud, as we know, Hitchin.
Steve
He,
Bitchin.
yeah, he is the worst scouts person I've ever seen in my life. Get him out of the club.
Yeah, no, fully agree with you. But look, I hope that answers your question there, Kev. Big up for the super chat. We have Rohin Aurora with 50 Norwegian krona. I think I got that right. I think I smashed that. Anyway, if not, I'm just going to say I did. Imagine if we get top 4 with the Carabao Cup or win Europa League, Carabao Cup, for example, magic season still haven't happened, guys. Look, we get top 4, win the Europa League, and take a Carabao Cup. That's our best season in 60 years. It's the best season than what Poch could have ever bought us. And these Levy hours are still going to say, well, I don't care. I want him gone. No matter what. No matter what. He could deliver the best season in 60 years in Tottenham's history. And they're still going to want him gone. It's an agenda. You know.
He doesn't wear tight jeans. He's not young enough. He's not young enough. You know, he doesn't wear tight jeans.
He's not young enough. He doesn't wear the tight jeans.
Doesn't play the hat
he doesn't have black hair. He has grey hair. You know, he has character. He's not afraid to tell people what's what. But apparently, honestly, we have become too good.
Yeah.
Too good to take a scrappy 3 points and be lucky once in a while. Even when we lose for 7 games, we're too good to take a scrappy win.
I'll take it even further. I'll take it even further. We're too good to win a Carabao Cup, apparently. We're just too good. We're just too good. We're too good to win trophies.
Big up roll in the roll.
So good. No. To these fans, Tottenham, the Hotspur way is so good that it's not even good enough to winning trophies is not even good enough. No, I'm serious. You know, winning Europa League, winning league, you know, the League Cup, not good enough. We're too good for that. We're Tottenham Hotspurs, you know. We went into trouble like every season, so you know, we beat, you know, I mean, remember the treble last season where we beat Man City playing the Hotspur way? Remember the other trophy where, you know, we beat, you know, Crystal Palace, you know, 4-0 playing the Hotspur way? Remember that one? Remember the one where we beat, you know, Real Madrid 3-1, you know, playing the Hotspur way? What a great trophy. You know, or that time when we put, you know, Chelsea on pressure. You know, we're just too good.
The League Cup final. The League Cup final, we lost to Chelsea. But you know what?
Yeah.
We don't mind losing as long as it's the Tottenham way, so we can accept losing the Carabao Cup final. You know.
Yep.
It's madness.
No. Madness. If we win 1-0, I'm going to be pissed off. I'd rather lose 4-0. Listen, I'd rather go out there. I'd rather go out there, not defend, lose 4-0, playing the Hotspur way, not win the trophy, than win 1-0 and win the trophy. No, we're too good. We're too good. We're too good to scrap out a trophy. We're just too good. We're Tottenham Hotspurs. You know, it's good enough for Madrid. It's good enough for Chelsea. It's good enough for Inter Milan. You know, all those little 10-puck clubs. So it's good enough. You know, they don't win anything, but you know, Tottenham Hotspurs. You got to be different. You know, when you come in here because we're special.
No, Tottenham's on a pedestal, Marcelo. You know, we're anomaly. You know, we're different to every club. You have to come in and play a special way. You know, you have to massage the players after a game. You know, sit in the ice bath with them and tell them that it's all going to be okay. You know, drive home with them and tell them what to do for the evening and be a daddy figure. You can't just manage. You have to be a daddy. You know, you have to be on the training ground for 15 hours a day. Apparently, you're expected to do way more than what Pochettino ever did. It's absolutely madness. But look, we could sit here and talk about Mourinho all night long.
Not according to them. To them. Listen. If we win the Europa League, I guarantee you, to them, beating, you know, losing the Champions League final is bigger to them than winning, you know, a trophy. So
yeah, no, it's true. It's true. But look, we have a show coming. Everyone's going to see me and Marcelo in full flight on that show. I can tell you, because we're just going to wind each other up. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. But we'll take this. I'm looking forward to it. To be honest with you, it is going to be a bit of fun. But we have Gary Paul Speed here. He says, need 3 points now, Toby to play, and 4 day to Dynamo. Well, look, first part of the statement, brilliant. Bang on. Agree with you, Paul. 3 points is needed. Toby to play, honestly, I do expect him to be rested. I do. I expect him to be rested for Thursday night. I expect Moon Boots to play tomorrow. I'd rather Welsh Maldini. But look, I'm sorry, Paul. You know, I don't pick the team. I can only give you my insight. The reason why I don't think Toby plays because he's just genuinely, definitely not able for 3 games a week right now. So that's my opinion on it. Marcelo, anything to add quickly before we get back into team news?
I don't care about 3 points. All I care is about, you know, losing 4-3. You know, playing the Tottenham way. You know, 3 points. I don't even know what that is. And as far as we know, as long as we don't play, I don't care if we knock out Dynamo. As long as we, go out there and attack them and leave ourselves right open.
Yeah, that's all that matters. It's all that matters. As long as you're doing it the Tottenham way. Anyway, I went into. I do see a super chat there, but I will get on to that in a minute. Lo Celso is not ready. They reckon he is going to be back for the Europa League. On to Palace. Their top scorer, their main man, the only player in their team. Well, not anymore, actually. They have Eze, sorry. Zaha, he's back. Jeffrey Schlupp, of course, the lad that, stole 3 points from us last time. He's back. But they've a lot of injuries, Marcelo. Nathaniel Klein, James McCarthy, James MacArthur, Mamadou Sakho, James Tompkins, Nathan Ferguson, and Tyreek Mitchell.
Yeah.
They're all out injured. They have a hell of a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
They're there for the taking.
Too. Yeah, no, they also have an old squad, so we can hopefully Sonny can expose them with pace. Hopefully, Kane can find those spaces that they'll probably leave out, and I think with this new approach that we're taking, I think Jose is being a little bit more braver. I think he sees there's no point, and trying to defend with his defense is just pointless. We got to go out there and we got to just try to score and just pray to God that Sanchez doesn't fall flat on his face. It's simple as that's the tactic. So
Sanchez has actually played well the last few games. Like, I've been a huge critic, but one thing I will say is, me and you have always stressed this: praise where praise is due, criticism where criticism is due. The last few games he has stepped up, but he still has that wicket in him.
I don't think he has been that good. I think he still gets caught out of position a lot. I think his diving tackles, I don't like that diving. Like, I don't like his tackles. People are going to say, Marcelo, but he's a defender. Isn't he supposed to tackles? Yes. There's a difference between a smart tackle and just a reckless diving tackle. That diving tackle that he does, like, it needs to be perfect. You know what I mean? It needs to be timed so well. And, it's just like, I think he's been, I don't want to say lucky, but he's been fortunate that he's been timing those very well. But eventually those are, he's going to miss time one and he's going to, catch someone and it's going to cause a penalty. The reason why he has to go for those diving tackles is because his positioning is terrible. His positioning is still terrible. His passing is still not good enough. He's just,
that's why we call him GPS.
Yeah, no, his positioning is terrible. So he mixes it up with his pace and his, reckless tackles. But for me, they're reckless. A smart defender shouldn't always be diving in. Of course, here and there, you're gonna have to dive in. Sometimes you get caught out. Sometimes it's a bad pass from your teammate, so you have to dive in and make those type of tackles. But you got to know when to do that. You look at Toby; he's not doing that constantly. You don't see Toby always diving around because he's smart, man. He knows how to position himself.
Yeah.
You look at Jan. He didn't always dive in like that because he was a smart defender. There's a difference. So for me, I don't rate Sanchez too much. I don't think he's been that good. I think he's been average. It's an average. Look, maybe it's because I'm pretty good. I grew up watching a lot of defenders.
I have dubbed you the man to go to when it comes to defenders at Tottenham, in or out, or current.
Yeah, but go ahead, read a super chat. I can go on about defending all day. So
there's a couple of to get through. And then I want to talk a little bit about the last game when we played them. So look, Wayne Winter, he says we're going to smash Palace. So old. So bad old Roy's going to have us a Sean Connery on the touchline. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, Wayne. Sorry, sorry, Marcelo?
No, I said that's terrible. Jesus.
I know, look, it's funny. He's tickled me. Big up, Wayne. Brilliant. We have Kev Williams here. He says, Josie Outers have had nothing to bite onto. Trust Jose Mourinho. No, look, the reason why I do say it's agenda, we beat Wolfsburger, quiet. You beat Burnley, it's quiet. You win 1-0 and we didn't play well for one game, they're all out there. You all want to win like this. Oh, we got lucky. This is not what we want. I just want 3 points, so you don't speak for the fan base, to be honest with you. I just want 3 points. That's all I care about, especially after some of the results, that we've had.
I think it's Will's super chat.
Yeah, and we have Will Stewart here. He says, sorry coming on late, but can you all explain a little more about what all the heat on Twitter is about. What heat?
Well, no. So I did get a lot of arguments with a lot of Jose outers. So maybe, I don't know if Will. I know Will follows me and I follow him. So maybe he saw some of my tweets. But I'm saving all that, argument against the Jose outers. I'm saving it for the stream. I'm sorry, guys. I'll give you. Simple as I think the agenda is sickening. I think it's disgusting, and I think we need to address it. But that's for another stream, Will. I'll explain it to you in another stream. But I appreciate the super chat, man. I love you, but I gotta save up that content for another time because I got a lot stored up, man. I got a lot of stored up. Don't miss that stream, guys. I'm telling you, don't miss that stream.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually can't wait for it. It's gonna be I think my favorite one of the year. It could even be the biggest one of the year.
I'm getting sick of it. I'm tired. I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. We need to address this. I'm done.
Oh, we will. Look, I hopefully we can get that to you by next weekend. Hopefully. Look, it's judging on a schedule. I'm a busy man. Marcelo's a busy man. But we'll see what we can do and we'll get to you. Yeah. We'll get that out to you, especially while Marcelo is pent up and worked up about it. It's going to be the best one. Make
sure to follow us on Twitter. Make sure to follow, the Irish Hotspur
on Twitter. Handle out there, lad.
Yeah. Follow me at Tagangsta25. Follow the Irish or the Irish Hotspur at I think what is it? At Irish Y. Irish Y. Yep. So follow him, and we'll notify you when that stream is coming out because you do not want to miss that stream. That's going to be 100%.
But big up, Will. I hope that answers your question. But Marcelo, I want to talk a little bit about the last game. After that, then basically, look, we'll be going into talking a little bit about Palace, a bit about Tottenham, and some talking points, and then hopefully giving you a predicted lineup and a score prediction. But a bit about the last game. So look, it's been a common theme where we've played one good half but over every game this season. We haven't yet put 90 minutes together, in my opinion. Even games where we've smacked teams, we haven't really played well in two halves.
Yeah, even Wolfsburger.
Yeah. Even Wolfsburg, you were sitting there fuming with the first half.
Yeah.
But look, the last game, it finished 1-1. Great first half. We were shit in the second half. We let them play all over us. I have to admit, the keeper was unbelievable. And I'm going to get into a little bit more why, how important he's actually been to them this season. But he was unbelievable against us in the last game. And look, it felt like a defeat. Hugo with the error, ball straight to Schluck, goal. But it was coming. We cannot afford a repeat of that. We need to restore, because just let me get this out there, Marcelo, because we need to restore some order. Let's restore some order here in London. That is what's going to happen this weekend. We've already turned it back around on Fulham. We're going to do the same to Palace, and then we're going to do the same to them shitbags, the scum, Gunnosaurus loving idiots who support Arsenal. And by the way, they drew 1-0 with Burnley, but remember, the Jose Outward said it's only Burnley.
It's only Burnley. The same Burnley that beat Liverpool. The same Burnley that got a draw against Leicester. The same Burnley that got a draw against Arsenal. I guess for them, listen, to them, that's probably a good point. The Jose Outers will say, oh, that's a good point for Arsenal. They're a little bit closer to us now. They just, listen, it's already coming out, David. You're winding me up with these Jose Outers. It keeps coming out, man. But no, man. Listen, it's only Burnley, I guess. That 4-0 win didn't mean anything. The Fulham win didn't mean anything. So, let's see how it goes against Palace, I guess. But listen, no, come on. Like, to be realistic, we should be smashing Palace. I think. You and I said, I think with these 3 games, we've been saying it. We had a tough run of fixtures, man. We got some injuries. We were playing a lot of games, week in and week out. It was bound time, that our players, our main players would start getting in, not injured, but, tired, and we need to rotate them. And, some of them did get injured, and that really hurt us. We played, about 7 games without our 2 main fullbacks, man. And, when you play, I don't care what people tell me, bro. Like, honestly, I'm flabbergasted. There's people that actually rate Ben Davies. Honestly, I grew up watching, no, David, it's not even funny.
They have to be taking the fish all that. You know how much I hate him.
No, but I grew up watching, Roberto Carlos. I grew up watching, some real top quality defenders. Play for my national team, and real quality left backs, and I'm like, Then people tell me, "Oh, Ben Davies, he's a guy that shows a lot of heart," and I'm like, like what do you like? What I just asked them, what do you determine is a good player? Because for me, it's ability.
Yeah,
Ability is what makes a good player. Like you can have our heart all you want. I have heart, David. You know what I mean? But like you don't
yeah.
see me playing out there in the pitch. You and I would bleed for this club. If I played, I'd play a broken nose for Tottenham if it
To
means
be
to. But
honest with you, I actually say, look, it's not just ability because I've seen players that have just ability. You see the likes of
it's this as
Adel
well.
Taarabt.
Yeah,
Yeah, Adel Taarabt, Ravel Morrison, players like that who really could dominate. But you have to have it up here.
yeah.
You have to have it mentally.
It's
If you do
mentally
not have
and
it mentally,
ability.
you're never going to succeed.
Yeah,
I've seen players that look. First of all, let's be honest, right? You have to. You can't just have it mentally. You have to have the basics. You have to be able
yeah,
to do the basics,
yeah. Davies
but you
doesn't
have
have
to have
it.
it mentally.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, the guy had a 30% pass rate against Liverpool. A 30%. David, I could get a higher pass rate than that. 30%. David,
Yeah,
30%. Like that's championship. Like there's championship defenders with better stats than that. Like it's ridiculous, man.
yeah. No,
Like
this is a guy you want to hand a testimonial to as well. Remember you?
but look, listen. As I was saying, we as we went off track with our Davies talk. We played a large portion, with Davies and Doherty, and that's a huge drop off in quality. So, we've been unlucky these past few weeks. We also been unlucky with some of the score lines. I felt like the Everton game we were super unlucky. It was just, an odd, idiotic game. I felt like the West Ham game we were super unlucky not to get a point there.
Yeah,
I felt like some games, we were really unlucky, and it was just kind of not our days. Some games we definitely deserved to lose. Like I think the
yeah,
City game, we deserved our medicine that we got there. Um,
yeah,
the Brighton game we deserved to lose. The Chelsea game we deserved to lose. But listen, managers go up and down, but what's important is that people seem to forgetting is that we still got 11 games left to go around there. 12 games
yeah,
and we're 5 points. Anything can happen, man.
yeah,
We can get there, and we still got other avenues to Champions League. We still got the Europa League. We still in League Cup
yeah.
final. So listen, it's not over yet. Don't give up. Like be like Rocky. You know what I mean? Go the distance.
I agree. It's nowhere near over yet. Look,
No.
you're always going to have a blip in the season. It lasted a little bit longer than expected. In a way, it's kind of opened up our eyes. It really has opened up our eyes. It's brought a lot of issues to the surface, which
Yeah.
I believe is brilliant. But never give up. There's something
No.
positive coming. Jose's
Yeah.
a winner.
Yeah.
Jose is a trophy magnet.
You
One will
got to give
come.
him time. You got to give him time. Got to give him till at least the end of the
Yeah,
season. It's
giving
ridiculous.
him time, actually. Speaking of giving him time, Marcelo. So I heard a comment the other day by a Jose Outer. And basically what was said is that, even if Jose does well, come the summer, get rid of him. He's not here for a project, so he's not going to be buying players for a project. So I sat here and thought about it, and I said, okay. But what Jose Mourinho can do is deliver the players, right, that you can build around for long-term success. So he can deliver the
Yeah.
players that have the right mentality, they do
Yeah.
the basics, they have the right work ethic, and you can build your squad in and around that after he goes. What do you
Half,
make on that?
look, half of the Madrid squad that went in to win the four, Champions League were formed under Mourinho. People forget that. Enter.
Yeah,
They went and still had like success after Mourinho. Not the same success, but they're still a successful club. He changed them. Chelsea, look at Chelsea, man. He formed Chelsea's golden generation. Frank Lampard, you know,
and how long?
John
How long
Terry,
was how long was Madge there after he left? Do you know what I mean? And how many titles did Madge go on and win after he
yeah,
left? So
yeah, the
he
same
needs players
squad.
at a club that you can build.
Yeah, even then when he came back at Chelsea, he still built some players there. I think Hazard, although Hazard threw him under the bus the other season, but he built
Look, they
Hazard.
came out and said that him and Fabregas and all. I don't know whether you've seen it. Was on Sky Sports where they came out and said the reason why Jose got sacked was on them because Jose actually rewarded them with extra time off in the summer after they won the title.
Yeah.
And they said when they came back, it just took them longer to get into the season than everybody else, and by then it was too late to save Jose.
Yeah, him and Fabregas, they threw him under the bus, but he made Fabregas, into the big, actually Cole, bro, you know what I mean? Like he basically made actually Cole. Like Jose has left many clubs, into a good patch. I mean, look at Porto. Porto were a club that were struggling to get Champions League, struggling.
Yeah.
You see them still in the Champions League. He transformed Porto till this day.
Yeah.
His success still, helped Porto out, in a lot of ways. So. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. I think also the fact that even if he has the fact that he gets 2 titles and you want to sack him, I mean, like,
but let's bring back Pochettino, who's never won anything. Anyway, look, we've a few super chats to get through, and then we will talk a little bit about Palace. So we have Gary Paul Stewart here. He says, "See Dyer, Davies, and Doherty. We all need anti-stress GPS." I agree. Look, they all drive us mad. I think, some of us are going a bit grey sooner than what we ever should. And it's because of these boys. Big up Gary Paul for the super chat. We have Will Stewart here. A question for you, Marcelo. Marcelo, would you take Dest at Spurs? Serginho Dest at Barcelona.
Would I take him at Spurs? I mean, he's better than anything we have, really. He's better than Doherty. He's definitely better than Davies, Look,
them kids that come out the Ajax Academy are good,
Yeah, they are. I personally, if it was anybody out of the Ajax in terms of defenders, I would have taken Dumfries. I wanted Dumfries. He was cheaper than Doherty. I don't know why we didn't go for Dumfries.
Yeah.
He's an international player like Doherty, so it made no sense why we didn't go for Dumfries. I said it. Let's go for Dumfries. But if it was a youngster that I want, probably be Emerson. I really rate Emerson, the Brazilian kid, and I don't just rate him because he's Brazilian, but he's also a kid who I really look up to, and I see a lot of potential. But I mean, or Max Aarons, I think not a fullback, but a center back that I really wonder was Kianda or Candia from Seville. I think he's also very good.
What's his name?
Yeah,
I know what you're on about.
No, yeah. His name is something like that. I can never pronounce it, but he's a good lad. He keeps a lot of clean sheets. He loves he loves getting a clean sheet. So he's very good. After that, I think actually I was watching. So I know we've been linked with Konza. So I've been scouting with Aston Villa. Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
I don't doubt you. I know you have.
Well, bro, listen. When I hear players are linked to us, I start scouting them. So I'm telling you, Konza is actually pretty good. I think he could definitely improve the squad. I think we would need to get him a Milinkovic next to him because he's still relatively young in terms of high level football. But he's a well disciplined center back, bro. He's a disciplined center back actually. I was surprised how disciplined he is for his age. He's actually very good. Yeah,
no, I like the look of him, but I just want the real deal. But anyway, look, we have a couple more super chats to get on to.
Come on,
Will Stewart, he says, can we talk about... Huh?
No, I was going to say, you're telling me if we could sell, Sanchez and Dyer, you wouldn't take Konza? I would take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would. I would, to be fair. I would. Can we talk about the Phil drawn with Burnley? Yeah, it's only Burnley, people say. But no, honestly, look, I'll be honest, they were very unlucky at the end. But, that's Burnley's commitment to defending. Right there, what happened at the end when they were blocking all the shots, that just goes to show Burnley's commitment to defending. And if you're looking at it from that point of view, you said Burnley fully deserved it. Look,
what do you think of that?
Weeks ago,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What do you think of that handball? Because for me, that as much as I hate Arsenal and as much as I wanted to, listen, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. I love seeing the scum, whine and beg. Yeah. But that to me was a handball. When it hit, Pepe went through the guy and the ball hit his arm. I don't know. What is it with these refs, man? Not checking VAR, something like that. It's ridiculous. They don't even know what they're doing.
For me, anything that Arsenal don't get is justified just because the way they've been over the years. It's fully justified. It really is. I get so happy when I see them getting wronged. it gives me that bit of excitement for the weekend. I see that decision not given for them. I nearly went in and spanked the missus just because I was so happy. You know what I mean? But, look, I said a couple of weeks ago that, Arsenal, they've had their little rise. They've had their little talking point this season. Oh, we're only 2 points behind you guys. But ultimately, I said, look, the results going to dip now. They haven't learned their lesson. The lesson is stop talking, more action. But, they started talking and then forgot about the action. And now all of a sudden they are where they are again. So, look, this is why they call me the prophet. We have another super chat here from Wayne Winter. He says, as we speak, Danny Rose is polishing our new trophy cabinet. Marcelo, Ben Davies is garbage. Injos and trust fans are fickle.
You don't need to remind me.
I'll let you take this one. I'll let you take Wayne's comment.
Listen, Rain, I appreciate the super chat, but you don't need to remind me that Davies is garbage. Oh, I know. I have to see him every day with David here. Unfortunately, we've seen enough of Davies to know he's garbage, man. But look, as far as the new trophy cabinet, yep, can't wait, man. Can't wait until Jose brings some trophies to this club, and I can't wait until the Jose outers say it's not good enough because we're not playing the Tottenham way.
Yeah, the way the way that trophy cabinet is full from the way we have played. Honestly, though, big up Wayne Winter for the super chat, man. It really is appreciated. Everybody, you're absolutely smashing the super chats today. Let's see if we can beat the record already. But big up, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Kevin Williams, can't wait to beat Arsenal and do the double on them. Honestly, I can't wait either. You know what I mean? Honestly, I love beating Arsenal. I love their demise.
Just saying DT, AFTV.
One thing I will say is I will be bringing Ben from here, Tottenham TV, maybe Sim as well. They have agreed to come on and do the Arsenal preview. Hopefully Marcelo will be off and can come on as well. And we'll bring you a great live stream for that. Because we know how much them two boys, they really do hate Arsenal, and they have some great things to say about them.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
But look, so on to my new part of the segment. It's called Dave's Scouting. Dave's Opposition Scouting. So look, Palace, they play counter-attacking football. They switched. They usually play a 4-4-2 and switch to a 4-5-1 when they're defending. They usually set up in two banks of four, right in front with the fifth player in midfield kind of pressing, and the striker just kind of pressing the defenders if they have the ball. And they move side to side then to block up the spaces to play, which means you have to be able to play quick through them. But there's also on your flip side, you have to be patient with the ball. One thing I do want to ask you actually on this, Marcelo, is look, 45% of their attacking play actually comes down their left-hand side. Now, which means, so it's coming down our right-hand side. So whoever's at right back tomorrow, do you think they're going to have to they're just going to have to sit back and not push on? And do you trust them? Because they will be up against Wilf.
Listen, that right-hand side is crucial for us to defend. Our right-hand side, because, that's where Zaha likes to run down the wing. It's not a coincidence. That's where he does like to, run down and, stretch out players and, really create problems. He's almost like Sonny in a way. He likes to be in the wing, in the wing and, come in and attack. You lot are mugs. Let me know when the trophy is in the trophy cabinet in your dreams. We got another one, boys. We got another one.
We caught one.
A big one.
One of the Harris Army. Get the net there. Get the net.
We got him. Get the hell out of here. Win a European trophy. Come talk to us. You're a little stinking boy. You could barely beat Benfica. You're about to get beaten by a bunch of Greek, factory workers. Have fun. You're shit. Goodbye. Can't wait to do a double on ya.
He's sick. Big up. There, people are loving it, lad. People are loving it. He's calling us a mug. We just made a mug of him. Wow, man, absolutely brilliant. Look, honestly, it's typical Gooner. They have to run their mouth. You know what I mean? Yeah. Typical Gooner. But look, we'll get on. We'll deal with them next time. Stop trying to steal Palace's limelight. You're that bad. You have to steal your relegation candidate's limelight. Give it over. Yeah. Come on.
Come on, listen. I know the North London derby is basically dead because it's barely a competition. It's just us banking you. But come on, guys. You know what I mean? Like, Palace, they're a real team. I mean, this is a real London derby. Let's get serious now.
Yeah,
Uh,
love it. But
Come on,
Marcelo,
let's go.
I can't. Please tune in next week. I beg you. I beg you. Anyway, um, but so yeah, does that mean that our fullback then has to? He just needs to sit back. That right hand side, they just need to sit back, tuck in beside centre backs.
I think it's tough. It's not even just the fullback. I think also the winger is going to have to make sure he does his defensive duties. And he has to, like, for example, like maybe like Stevie, he does a good job. But honestly, personally, I think Stevie has a more in the start. I'm kind of sick of it with his performances. I think he doesn't deserve it. So I'd rather put Lamella on the right hand side and let him do the defensive duties, because he can't do the defensive duties as well. He runs around a lot. I know Will is not gonna like that, but I mean, as much as you hate Lamella, at least Lamella has a goal this season. Stevie does not, so I don't think you can bring up your stats for this one. So I personally would play Lamella over Stevie, play Lucas at number 10, which Will Stewart has been calling. And as far as Kim and Jay, I've seen him. I saw him until reported. I'm sorry, Will. I know you're a big fan of Korean football, and I know he speaks Korean himself, so I know he's a big fan of Korean footballers. But Kim Min Jae is not Premier League level. He's not what we need right now. His set pieces,
he's the Korean Harry Maguire.
Yeah, his set pieces are not good enough. He's not that fast compared to to the Premier League. I feel like you get skinned alive by a lot of these players. The fact that we're even in for him for me was ridiculous. When we have guys like Dyer and we need real defenders, and we let guys like Young go, and we're looking to replace him with Kim Min Jae. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that's Tottenham Hotspur for you. But sorry to disappoint you there, Will. But that's just my opinion. But look, listen. Onto Palace, I think, their counterattacking is going to be tough. And, we often struggle a lot with these counterattacking sides. They're often, the sides that are, hard to low block, where we kind of have to come out and break them down. We've struggled that sometimes, but I think we're getting better, because I think Jose is really finding a system here, David. I think we're really, getting things together. I think with the double pivot between Højbjerg and Baller, it's been working so well. It's been so important, and our midfield is only going to grow as Dele and Gio start coming back to the team. I think Lucas at number 10 has been working very well. I think, with Bale on the right, I think we just looking threatening on that right again. We're looking threatening. So players have to respect it there. I think, we're stretching out people. We're stretching out defenses a lot better. So that's good to see. But Palace are going to be tough.
If we do let them into their low block of two banks of four, though, we do need to be patient. We have to learn to be patient. Prod, probe, side to side. You know what I mean? We have to learn to be patient. We can't always get that killer ball. But again, it wouldn't surprise me to see us sit back and encourage them to try and come out. We've seen that. We've seen that this season.
Yeah, but I don't think, because the thing is with Palace, I don't think they're gonna bite into it. I think Roy Hodgson, so okay, he's old, but he's a veteran of the game. He's been in the Premier League long enough. He knows how the game is. He knows where his strengths are. He's not gonna play around the ball. He's gonna give us the ball. He's gonna let us play. We're at home. He knows that. He's a smart guy. I don't think people give Roy Hodgson enough credit. He's actually pretty good. He's actually a pretty good manager. So I don't think he's going to be naive, because if they come out, I mean, come on, if Palace comes out and play against us, open football against us at home, we're beating them 9-0. You know what I mean? That he's basically signing his funeral. So no, Hodgson knows better than that. I don't think he's going to come out like that.
100%. We have Garrett Lockery here. Why is the Emirates pitch so green? Because they put 100 million worth of shit on it every week. We also have we have him back. Real Gunner fan. Arsenal versus Spurs, Europa 2020 final, 2021 final. I'll be waiting. Look, the only thing you'll be waiting on is the bus home from work, buddy, because you ain't going there. You might we might be there, but you ain't going there. So the only thing you'll be waiting on is a ticket for the final.
Listen, and if you do make it to the final, the only thing you'll be waiting for is the next year for another European trophy because you're not beating us. Like no chance, no way, Jose. You're not beating us. You're not beating Jose Mourinho in a European final. Arteta, you couldn't manage, a school of preteens, in a football pitch, let alone a real football club. So, that's why he went to
Marcelo,
you guys.
it's
Tottenham
time to
fans.
get the rod out again, lad. We have another one. It's time to get the rod out again.
And listen, look, we got another gooner here. Look, man, acting way too cocky. I don't even know why you're
We've
speaking up.
earned the right to be cocky.
Listen,
What have you done? What have
listen,
you done to come in here and
these guys.
disrespect the Spurs boys?
No.
What have you done?
Listen, David. No. Look. You gotta realize, they drew against Burnley. It was a massive result for them. The night in Burnley. They're celebrating. So let them have their celebration. Let them, have their grand old time. They know, getting a draw against Burnley was the best they're gonna do. They don't know how it feels like to win and be a top Premier League club. So let's teach them. Look, come on, let's welcome these guys. Let's teach them how to be a top Premier League club again. They all they have is the history book. They go on about the Invincibles. They go on about Thierry Henry like he still plays for them. So let's be nice. Let's be gentle. You know how fragile they are. You know how AFTV is. You know how they melt down. So let's treat I'll treat you like you're my missus. I'll treat you nice and gentle. I'm a true gentleman. So come on, be nice.
Oh, let's teach Flo to be. Oh, right. Sorry, composure. I'm back. That was good. Anyway, let's be done with them gunners. Back to Palace. Oh Lord. We have Will Stewart. Tell me Leon Bailey wouldn't be better than Coco. Marcelo, you take this one. Give me a minute.
Oh, 100%. Bailey would absolutely be better than Coco will, but we don't have Bailey right now. If we did, I would play him, but we don't. So unfortunately, I think I'd rather play Lamella over Stevie. So yeah. I rather go with that. So yeah,
Cool.
you good, Dave?
I'm back. I'm good to go. That was so funny. Oh my God, you really tickled me. Anyway, back to Palace. Thanks very much for the super chat, Will. So look, their main attacking players is Eberici, Eze, Zaha, Townsend, and of course which means they're going to be very clinical on the counter with the pace. And then, of course, you have Benteke as the vocal point. Look, he got that header that, Hugo Lloris fumbled into Schlupp, so he does have his use. But no teams have actually faced more shots on goal since February than Palace. I think they faced something like 106.
They fell apart.
And that just goes to show how good that their keeper Gueye is.
Yeah, I think personally they've kind of dropped a little bit on form since they faced us. They've been kind of up and down. They win some, lose some, draw some. Look at Arsenal crap fact. Tell you what, you can have Davies Dyer free. You need help. Yeah. Now listen. With Granit Xhaka scoring own goals, like you need all the help you want. Like your players, honestly, the players that play for you hate you so much that they're just scoring own goals. They can't be bothered. Nobody likes Arsenal. Even the Arsenal players don't like Arsenal. They hate it so much that they're scoring own goals. That's how much. Aubameyang, one of his highlights of the season is scoring own goal against Burnley. So like they're so fed up with their own club that they're against you. So keep at it.
Oh man, he's going to set me off again. Oh, that was absolutely brilliant, Marcelo. I'm so glad we have you back, man. I really are. I really am. I can't even get my words out. Oh man, that was brilliant.
Can I answer that
you're
question?
definitely making the Arsenal preview. You're on 100%.
Can I answer that question from the Arsenal fan? Marcelo, your manager is outdated.
Big up Wayne Winters on Super Chat.
Yep, big up. Let me. I think it's the one right down there to Wayne Winters Super Chat.
Oh, just on the Wayne Winters Super Chat. Give me a second.
Yeah, let me answer the question. Hold on one second.
So Marcelo obviously has something big coming here. Yeah, Marcelo, your manager is outdated.
Listen, so far, the only thing Arteta has gone right is airline. So, what I mean, don't come with managers, Arteta, he couldn't manage my, academy team that I played in Brazil, let alone, a team. The only reason he plays for Arsenal Football Club because he was looking around, for the circus, and he mistakenly walked into your club. So, what I mean, that's the only thing, you got yourself going. So don't speak about managers when you have Arteta. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And William McQuish, all Arsenal are doing is minding the gap. Yeah,
Yeah.
in fact, they're minding that gap so much. They're take your time with it. You know that
Yeah.
stupid thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they enjoy. I don't even know why they're over here. All we're doing is making comedians out of them. But look, Palace, they've been very inconsistent, Marcelo. Very, very, very inconsistent. They could go on a run of 2 or 3 games, look good, and then they get smashed. So they've been very inconsistent. Like I said, they're the oldest squad in the Premier League, lad. But in a weird way, which is weird, and a lot of their fans are saying this, they actually have a records point tally in the Premier League this season than they have at any other stage of the season time in the Premier League, which is mad. It's technically their best season, but they're so disappointed. I think they're expecting a lot more. Look, they're expecting more out of this season than Arsenal. I give them that, but it's mad to think that they think they're having a bad season. It's just the inconsistency is killing them. But look, it's been the same with every team across the league this year, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah. Liverpool, United even went through a phase. Leicester going through a phase. Chelsea went through a phase. I mean, every club. Even City in the beginning of the season, they were going through a little bit of a phase. So I think everybody's been going through a phase this season. It's been a very strange season. Very strange.
Yeah. No, it has. And of course, look, they've been in good form, and they're unbeaten in 3 games, keeping 2 clean sheets. They got a draw against United. They bet their rivals Brighton last kick of the game. What more do you want there? And a good draw against Fulham, to be fair. So look, that's everything you need to know about Palace. Now we're going to get on to Tottenham. We've 2 super chats to take before we do get into talking about Tottenham. And we have Wayne Winter. He says, at least we have a manager, not Pep's T-boy. 100%. Yep. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, all Arteta is good for is picking up cones on the training ground. He's Pep's little cone bitch. It's all he is, and it's all he ever will be. Only Arsenal would ever take him on. But big up Wayne Winter. Absolutely agree with you. What a legend. Will Stewart. Jose may be outdated, which is not. But Arteta still rides his bike with training wheels and screams, go, go, Power Rangers. Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me. Look, the only thing, look, they were sitting there praising Mikel Arteta's hair. That's how boring it is over there. That's how quiet it is at the library. As soon as they sit down, they're like, oh, do you see Mikel's hair? Look at that. It looks good. He looks like a fucking Lego head. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, look, don't get me started on them. That's enough about Arsenal. Do you want to get something off your chest before we go back on?
No.
The greatest team in the world.
Listen, look, there's a reason why they come and watch us. They're so sick and tired of AFTV. They're so sick and tired of the meltdown. They hate it. They hate being Arsenal fans. All they can do is, pray for the Patrick Vieira to, find his legs again and play football. They're so, they kept going on about the party in North London, the party. Bro, that party is dead. It's deader than, Donald Trump's inauguration. You know what I mean? Like, it's non-existent. That's basically what it is. So, they can go on, but at the end of the day, they come and watch us. They want to be us right now. They're jealous. They talk about, oh, you're going to bottle in the final, but at the end of the day, they're going to be watching that final. They're going to be, having their Bibles out. They're going to be praying to God, oh my God, please Tottenham, screw it up. Oh my God, I wish I could be you. Oh, I hate being an Arsenal fan. Why did my dad raise me this way? So it is what it is.
And imagine, right? These guys have the audacity to call us shadow dwellers, right? When they played their biggest final ever, the Europa League final, we were playing Champions League final. And they were literally in our shadows in Europe, in the league and everything else. And they call us shadow dwellers. They've gone from Thierry Henry. They've gone from Thierry Henry to Nicolas Pepe. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous. They've gone from Bergkamp to they went from Bergkamp to Iwobi to Willock. This like honestly, and they have the audacity to talk to us Our stadium's bigger than yours. Our jersey is nicer than yours. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, just buzz off, really. See you next week. But anyway, a bit more about Tottenham here, Marcelo. So, do you want to get up the stuff for the predicted lineups, and we can take off a few talking points here while we do them as well?
It's already up.
We have got sidetracked by some of these gooners.
Yep, it's already up, so you can add it there.
Yeah, T.Y. said it was raining today at Burnley. It only rains for Arsenal. I did see that clip. That's brilliant. Robbie had to remind him it was raining for both teams. But honestly, what a great representative for the Arsenal fan base. It shows everything about them, really. That guy, Ty. Arsenal fan, David, when you guys lose, you will always blame the players and not Jose. Oh, okay. So he's jealous of Jose because he never went to them. He looked at Arsenal and said, "No, they're too small time. That's like taking over the Boy Scouts. I want the real thing."
Listen, Jose looked at your squad and he said, "Nope, I want real footballers," and he went to Tottenham. It's simple as that. So, listen, you're sounding like a clingy ex right now. Listen, he didn't want you. He didn't want you. Just let it go. It's okay. It's okay. You got Pep's cone guy now. It's okay. Trust the process. Enjoy the process. Breathe it in. Drink the process. Live it up. The process is great, isn't it? You're loving it. You know what I mean? Beginning of the season. No. Beginning of the season.
They didn't even know what process meant. They had to look it up in the dictionary.
No. Beginning of the season, they said they're going to get top 4. Trust the process. Arteta's the guy. Enjoy it. Love it. You know what I mean? Breathe it in. I'm loving this process that you guys are having. I personally am. I'm loving Arteta's process. I hope it goes on forever.
Their season is going good. They brought from all this young talent. The players sitting there on $300,000 a week that don't want to play. But they're having a good season, though. They're sorting out the issues, which I like. So, honestly, keep Arteta and keep trusting the process. We have, I was going to say the pot chest, but they'd be lucky to have anyone like Poch near their club. All Poch would do is spit on that badge. We have Kevin Williams. They're as pathetic as that mascot they have. Yeah, Gunnosaurus, look, they also have a representative in Ty who attacks, not attacks, but, he has a go at stewards and other mascots like it's all their fault. So big up, Kev Williams. But look, we're going to get into it. In goals.
Yeah, let's get to this lineup. I gotta go soon. So
it's just too much fun.
Yeah. It's like picking on your little brother. So.
Man of the match the last day, in my opinion, deserves to play. Right back for me. Look, like we said, Aurier is expected to be back. We need his pace in there to counteract whoever plays on the wing because they have fast players on the counter. So Aurier has to play. Left back for me, look, Reguilon, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't play. He should be starting.
Yep.
We definitely don't want Mr. Anonymous. We'll go into centre backs now. Look, this is the one I want to talk about. Toby Alderweireld, Marcelo, he does need to rest.
Yep.
Do you think they might try and squeeze every last ounce out of him, or do you think they will rest him?
Nope, rest them against Dynamo and Arsenal. I know it's a big of a risk, but I think, I'd rather go full strength against Dynamo and Arsenal than, go full strength against Palace. I think we'll see. Look, the only thing you're seeing is an L on March 14th. Sorry to spoil that for you. But,
oh, look, we have the copycat. He can't even think for himself.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, go ahead.
Listen. Thinking is not part of their vocabulary. You know what I mean? They can't do that. They can't. Like you said, David, they don't even know what the process is. They're still it's still processing in their brain that Arteta is, an idiot. So what I mean?
They're still processing that you schooled them, lad.
Yeah, listen, that's the process, David. When they talk about the process, it's they're still processing what's going on to their football club because what I mean. They still think they're a big club. It's delusion. It's crazy, but look, it is what it is. That's the process.
Sanchez beside him, would you rest him, or do you think he's capable for the 3 games and play him?
No, rest him. I think we have to rest him. I think Dynamo is a bigger game than this Palace game. I think Arsenal is obviously a bigger game than this Palace game. So I think we're gonna have to go with moon boots and And I honestly, I would go Rodon, Moon Boots, and Rodon. You know,
Yeah, yeah. No, I'll go the same. 100%. We'll go with Moon Boots and Roden.
I think Rodon is a better passer out of all of them. So
yeah.
I mean,
And just to them
obviously
Arsenal
not.
fans, saying, "See you on the 14th." We smacked Burnley 4-0. You drew 1-all. I'm so scared. I'm waiting. You know what I mean? I'm waiting,
I'm
guys.
fine, absolutely fine. Listen, I wanted Arsenal at the round of 16s. You're the easiest competition. I'm scared more of Dynamo than you guys. Honestly, if we get you guys in the final, oh my god, that would be a dream. You know what I mean? Imagine if we get like AC Milan, like United, like a real team. Oh my god, you know what I mean? That would be terrible. Get Arsenal?
No,
Come on,
no.
man. Nobody takes you serious anymore. Benfica took the piss out of you at home. You know what I mean? They kind of went in there. They just got unlucky that they lost, but you know what I mean? They took the piss out of you. Like Olympiacos. You know what I mean? You had that guy doing the finger banging. You know what I mean? Doing Roy, Kino. On you at you know what I mean, at your own stadium. You're a joke, man. Nobody respects you in Europe.
Yeah, they're viewed all around Europe, right, as the spanking boys. And they think they can come across to their neighbours who are bigger than them in every sense and speak shit. Just concentrate on your own club. But no, I agree with you. I do think that I think Sanchez might play. That's my opinion. I do think Toby will be rested, but just for the sake of it, I think we'll stick with Moon Boots and the Welsh Maldini. Going into midfield. Now, another one I want to talk about. I do think Ndombele will play. That's my opinion. I think he'll be rested against Dynamo. Højbjerg now is interesting for me. So he's played more games than anyone in this Spurs squad.
Yeah, a lot of games.
It's starting to take his toll. Do you play him? Do you rest him?
I think we play him, and I think we rest him against Dynamo. I think.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, I think we'll have to play between with Sissoko and probably Wanks. I know you hate hearing that name, but it's just it is what it is. But yeah, I think we have to play Ndombele and Højbjerg. Like, listen, they can keep commenting, but at the end of the day, they're the one that's in in the Spurs channel.
Yeah, look, the comments aren't going to get them out of the position they're in. Only DT will do that. No. And maybe sack Arteta and bring in DT from DT United.
Anyway, we mentally broke them. You know what I mean? Like DT looking like he needs, to go to a mental hospital at this point. You know what I mean? We mentally broke them when we beat them. Goodness, imagine if we do a double. Honestly, I'm afraid. Honestly, I am afraid for the Arsenal fan base. If we do a double on them, and they get knocked out, Europa League, you know what I mean? They're gonna have to be on suicide watch at that point. You know what I mean? I don't think poor old DT can mentally handle it. Like Jesus,
100%.
We're gonna break their spirit.
Lads, someone send in a super chat and get your best Arsenal comment in, please. Let's wind them up a bit more. Anyway, Marcelo, so yeah, we've gone with Højbjerg and Ndombele. Maybe a bit of a shout over Højbjerg. We're not 100% sure. Number 10 for me. This was the thing I was going to say. Do you think maybe Delhi might not feature in the middle and is told, get your head ready for the Europa League? You're playing that. And for me, the reason why I actually want Lucas to play is because although Delhi had a decent game against Fulham, we miss Lucas in the number 10. When Kane presses, if you don't have someone with pace pressing with him, it's very easy to pass around Kane because he's not the quickest. But when Kane presses the ball and you have Lucas pressing the other centre-back and you have Son pressing and the person out on the right pressing, they've no option but to go long. So for me, Lucas is crucial there. So I do play Lucas there. Another talking point that we were supposed to talk about is Gareth Bale on the right. For me, I rest him. I genuinely do. Look, the guy can't play 3 games a week anymore. He's not physically able. There comes a point where you have to say, look, even though you want to play, you sit out, get ready for Thursday night. It's your jam. So for me, I would go Lamela,
Yeah, I'll go Lamela as well. I think Stevie B doesn't warrant a start. No.
As much as Will's going to die inside, Lamela came on, he had a real positive impact. And for me, he got us over the line in that game. He really did. When he came on, we kept the ball in their half, which is exactly what we needed. On the left-hand side, Marcelo, you can take this one away, and then I'm going to announce the striker because this is your favorite guy.
Look, you know him. You know him. He's the Korean king. He's the Asian sensation. He's Arsenal's worst nightmare. He loves scoring a goal against them. You know, probably goal of the season he scored against them. But then who doesn't have a goal of the season against Arsenal these days? You know what I mean? Whenever he gets the ball, he gives me chills. You know what I mean? Like he just drives it through. He loves a goal against Palace. He's the man. He's the legend, the myth himself. So now though, baby. So now though, he's gonna tear it up this game. He loves a goal against Palace at home, and I cannot wait. And I think you guys cannot wait as well because Sonny, he's in a little bit of a goal drought. Don't get me wrong. I think he's been playing excellent. I think his crosses have been excellent.
Yeah.
I think his vision has been excellent. I think actually he's almost kind of taken Kane's role, as being the creator a little bit and, been doing it himself. I think he's been excellent. He's been contributing to goals. He works hard. He's been, helping out Davies in the defensive as well. I think he was massive in Fulham, helping out with the defensive side and, creating chances. I felt like he should have had at least 3 assists that game against Fulham. I thought, Kane was, spoiled a lot of goals in my opinion. But, so now though, he's going to get the job done himself this time. He wants a goal and Palace are the people that are going to give him that goal.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And look, for me, there's only one guy who plays up top. I think he plays tomorrow. I think he's rested midweek against Dynamo on Thursday. That's my opinion, getting ready for the North London Derby. It's the king of the lane. It's Harry Kane. It's the great number 10. It's the goal-scoring machine. It's the Tottenham sensation. It's Harry Kane. The guy is a machine. Man. Yeah, the guy that Arsenal said wasn't good enough. The guy that loves a goal against Arsenal. The guy they all hate. The guy Lee Gunner definitely, or not Lee, Lee Judges really hates. It's Harry Kane. And for me, these two guys are absolutely critical tomorrow. So we'll run through that lineup quickly one more time. Hugo Lloris in goals. Aurier at right back. Reguilon at left back. Moon Boots and the Welsh Maldini at centre back. Endon Baller and Pierre-Emile Brickhouse centre midfield. Lucas in the cam. We have Lemessi out on the right. We have the Korean King out on the left. And we have the English sensation, the king of the lane, Harry Kane up top. So that's our predicted lineup. Let us know, is there anything that you would change or what you think on maybe Toby and Bale being rested. And we have Kieran here. He says, bloody Pablo Mari is starting centre-back for Arsenal. Who even is that? No, I believe he's a friend of Mikel Arteta's. I genuinely actually do think he's a friend of Mikel Arteta's because he was brought to City when they were there. He never played. One of these players comes to Arsenal, it's basically money for the boys is what that is. It's like the situation West Ham had with that keeper at the time. We have Kev Williams here with a super chat. Big up, Kev. By the way, everyone else, we've gone for about another 10 minutes. So get your super chats in if you've really enjoyed this stream. We've given you everything. We've given you Scout Opposition Report. We've given you Team News. We've given you Marcelo. We've given you laughs. We've given you Arsenal fans. Do you know what more? What more do you possibly want from a stream? What more could you want? Kev Williams says here, so will tear Arsenal a new hole at the Emirates. Yeah, no, 100%. Look, it's not hard. I actually believe it's one of the quieter stadiums in the league on the Richter scale. They don't nickname it the Library for no reason.
No. Look. They're by the way, I think they need to rechange their name. It's the Bend Over Stadium because that's what they do. They just bend over and take it up the ass. You know what I mean? That's just what they do game after game. I mean, for fuck's sake, let Burnley beat them at home. Burnley beat them at home. You know what I mean? Anybody can beat them.
And they are actually farmers, genuinely. Burnley are farmers.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're the bend down and ass cheek ass that's the name of their stadium. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. They're such a bad side. Arsenal. They're so cute. They're like you know what they're like. They're like that. That old man that you find on the beach that says, you know what, Sonny, back in my days, I used to be great. I used to do this. I used to do that. You know what I mean? And you just see his withered old face. He just hates life right now. All he does is reflect on the good old days. But because the present day is shit. You know what I mean? That's what Arsenal reminds me of. You know what I mean? That's the only thing Arsenal can.
Since Arsene Wenger left, he's living his best life.
Yeah.
He's coming up with the new offside rule and everything. The guy's living a dream, Arsene Wenger. We have a couple of super chats to get through. Will Stewart, honestly, I wouldn't take any of the players at Arsenal on our side, but I would take their kit man. he is an elf, a loser for being able to get all that mud out.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
I fully agree. I fully agree. Absolutely love it. He must be a legend for being able to get all that one out because, especially when you're the likes of Kieran Tiny, David Luiz, which is Bobo the Clown. You have his young little protege in Guendouzi. That he loves him that much. He even wanted to do his hair like him. You have Pablo Mari, which is money for the boys. You have Mr. Vegan at right back, Mr. Tree, or cares more about fashion than what he does about football. So no, I wouldn't take any of them. And yeah, their kit man must be using the out Daz because apparently the slogan for Daz is get your whites whiter than white. So with all the time they spend on the ground and sliding around the place, auditioning for Dancing on Ice when their career's finished, he must be a good washer.
Bro, they got a Rob Holden. What the fuck is a Rob Holden? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. They got like, they talk about Cedric, Like, I never heard of these players in my life, bro.
No, Cedric was a player, he was coming out of contract at Southampton. And, I think he only played a handful of games for them, scored one goal or something like that. And, they're former doing that. They've done that with Willian at Chelsea coming out of contract. Let's hand them $300,000 a week.
Yeah.
You know the way they operate.
Yeah, Willian, let's just give him a 350, K contract. Sounds like a good idea. They're Chelsea's retiring home. You know what I mean? They just go like, oh, you want to come to Arsenal? Oh, you're retired? Yep. Come on. Please, come play, bro. That's what they are.
No, do you know, I've actually just realised something, Marcelo. So, statistically, Palace actually have the oldest squad in the Premier League. But because Arsenal know it's the only trophy they have a chance of lifting, I think they went for that this transfer market by bringing in like some Willian and players like that.
Yeah. No, it's true. Listen, I've never seen a bigger downfall. They went from invincibles to invisible. You know what I mean? Nobody can see them. You can't see them in the Premier League. You know what I mean? I look at the top 10. I'm like, where? I had to do the Pepe. You know what I mean? When Pepe does a celebration, it's not because he scored a goal.
Baby, get me the binoculars. Where are Arsenal? Target located.
No, I'm serious. No, David, I'm serious. When Pepe does his celebration for the goal, it's not a celebration. He's truly trying to find out where are Arsenal in the league. He's trying to find out where they are in the league.
It's so true.
He can't spot them. He's like, did we make top 10 yet? Did that goal give us top 10? Oh, no. Okay. We got to keep looking, boys.
So true. So true. That is brilliant, lad. Crack me up. Wayne Winter, Xhaka loves Spurs so much he gets himself sent off so he can watch it on TV in the dressing room with Bale on his shirt. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Look, that guy, he walks off basically, disrespects the fans, and they still take him back. And they have the audacity to come over here. First of all, get some self-respect for your club, from the players and the captain of your club, before you have the audacity to come over to a club that has a captain that leads by example. Just don't compare. Anyway, so look, we Aurier and Reguilon are going to be crucial tomorrow. They're going to be crucial at the back. We're going to need their pace at the back. A good thing that all their attack is down our right, which means it will allow Reguilon to get up, get forward, and get balls into the box for Harry Kane to score. So, yeah, tomorrow, look, we're going to have to be patient, lads. We're going to have to, especially if they do sit in, we're going to have to try and, probe left, right, spray the ball. Just keep the ball. We're going to have to be extremely patient. And, yeah, that's about it. That's everything, guys. There's your preview. There is your preview. There you have it.
What the score prediction?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, score prediction. Go ahead, Marcelo.
I'll send you the score prediction in 1 second. Hold on. I did promise you, when we were talking, I did promise you a super chat. So, as I said.
No, Jesus, God, no.
No. Here's a score prediction.
There we have it, lads. Big up, Marcelo. Big up. Marcelo's going big. Marcelo's going.
For the 4-0. I'm telling you, Sonaldo, he's going to get 2. Then Kane is going to get his form back. And then you know what? I even fancy Dele or Bale coming off the bench and maybe getting one as well. 4-0. Tottenham Hotspurs, we're back, baby. Arsenal, mind the gap. You know where you are. You deserve to be where you are. You are nobodies anymore, bro. Nobodies. When you talk to us, you have to look up to us. That's a simple matter of fact, bro. That's a simple matter of fact. You are nobodies. You are dwellers. You're little dwellers. That's all you are. We used to be your little cousin, but guess what? We start bulking up. We start lifting weights, and you got comfortable. You got fat. You got happy. And guess what? There's a new king in North London, bro, and that's Tottenham Hotspurs. London is white, baby, and we're about to take over. You know what it is. Your reign is dead. Your reign is dead.
Especially now these Arsenal fans are here. Order, order, order. Can we please restore some order? Okay, I am the judge. I've handed down a sentence, which is you stay below 10. Do not pop your head up, because I will be there with the Harris Army. I'll just be like, look, one of the generals, call one of them over, maybe Kev Williams, Will Stewart. There's a lot of people out there I could call upon. Call them over, say, look, we got the binoculars, get the binoculars out, we're Arsenal. And it'll be like a game of whack-a-mole every time you pop up above the top 10.
Absolutely.
So stay where you are. You're absolute frauds. So, look, guys, let me know your score predictions in the score in the comment section. We have what's the story? He's just so fast to play instead of Ndombele. Look, you could very well see that. I do think Ndombele would play, but I wouldn't be surprised. You could very well see that. Look, guys, my score prediction is Kev Williams is going 4-0. We have the real Gooner fan 3-1 Arsenal. Look, you couldn't even beat Burnley today, so more like 1-1 to the Arsenal. Your famous song 1-0 to the Arsenal. You should be singing 1-1 to the Arsenal right now.
Arsenal has scored 3 goals this season. I don't even remember.
So no, look, we have a lot of confidence, guys, tomorrow. Scorelines for tomorrow. Look, I'm going to go myself personally.
No, I fell off. I didn't. No. Celery agent asked me if I fart. No. I nearly tripped on a wire, bro. I'm getting ready to go.
No, Marcelo has to go, and I have to go as well. I'm off to bed. It's been a late one for me, guys. But look, my score prediction, I'm going to go Tottenham. I'm going to go Tottenham 4-1 tomorrow. I do think we're in for a big game. I do think coming to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it's going to be. They don't have a great record there, and they don't score many goals away from home either. But look, guys, make sure you tune in to the Matt Hayes watch along for tomorrow if you want to see more of myself and Marcelo. A big thank you to the Harris Army and to everyone else for tuning in. A big thank you for Marcelo giving up his time to come on. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. What's coming up for the week basically is I will be dropping a Tottenham story on Monday. It's Anthony Costa. Everyone knows who he is. He's the guy that used to be the singer for Blue. Me and Marcelo will be dropping our show on Jose Mourinho as well. And we'll also have an Arsenal preview coming up, review, a Palace review, and we also have a review and preview for the Europa League game. Until then, roll on tomorrow. Get your partner to roll out the barbecue. Daddy Dave's coming home with the Eagle. In Jose we trust. Come on, you Spurs.